Hello everybody, my name is Iceberg Lettuce, and yesterday in Minecraft Snapshot 20W51A for Minecraft 1.17, we were introduced to a brand new mob, the Axolotl. Now an interesting thing about the Axolotl is that it attacks any passive water mobs on site. And so when I first heard this, I wondered if it would be a good idea to make some sort of fish farm that was powered entirely by axolotls with no redstone. And would this idea be any good? As it turns out, yes, actually, it is really good and really cute. So let's take a look at this thing and talk about how it works. So currently, the most efficient fish farm designs use a shifting magma block floor that creates and destroys bubble columns to allow the fish to spawn and then suck them down to the bottom where they get killed. This design uses axolotls and nothing but axolotls, so it obviously uses 0 redstone, which is pretty nice. All that happens is fish spawn in here because fish have their own mob cap and their own spawning radius because they're weird, so we only have to go up a little bit to allow fish to spawn in here. They get immediately targeted and killed by axolotls. Their items float to the top and get carried over here to these hoppers where they get collected into a chest. It's super simple and takes like 10 minutes to build maybe. You can build this over basically any different type of ocean to get different fish drops, but I built this over a warm ocean because the only fish you'll get here are tropical fish and puffer fish, and tropical fish are now useful for breeding more axolotls. So the reason I have honey blocks up here is because they're slightly smaller than 1 block, so they allow the items to get to the hoppers, but they also stop the axolotls from landing on any solid ground, because sometimes they like to swim up to this area, and if they were to get into any area without water, they would slow down to a crawl, which would, stop them from killing fish. So by putting honey blocks here, they can always get immediately back into the water and start killing again. Now in here, I have 25 axolotls because that was the number that I found to be the most efficient use of axolotls. If you add any fewer, the rates kind of start to drop, but if you add any more, it's not really worth it because it just kind of creates more lag by having more entities. But it doesn't really matter how many you put in here. If you wanted a super efficient farm, you could basically just stuff this thing with axolotl if you didn't care about lag. So in terms of rates, a 25 axolotl farm, I got about 9,300 tropical fish, about 1,500 puffer fish, and about 500 bone meal per hour. And obviously, if you built this in any other type of ocean, these fish numbers would be divided up among whatever type of fish that you get in that area. So if you built this in an area where you could get both cod and like salmon, you would probably get around 5,000 of each per hour. So all you have to do to get this farm to work is go stand up here on this platform, and that will allow the fish to spawn down below. And you can see, here, let me grab a spyglass. So you can see down below, the fish are immediately getting targeted and killed by these axolotls, and you can see the items start to float up to the top, and they'll just kind of sit over here for a while before being carried by the stream over into the hoppers. So this thing is weirdly efficient for how stupid it is, and I kind of love that, so I'm definitely going to be building one of these on my server once 1.17 comes out. Once we get closer to the 1.17 release and we know all the finalized mechanics of axolotls, I'll probably build some sort of tutorial on how to make this thing. But until then, that's all I have for today, so see you next time, and thank you all for watching. Bye!